Within the boring rant sequence, Commander Ryler's voice crackled over the bridges, consistent, sharp, and impatient. "I expect full cooperation, Commander Thorne. Any delays will be interpreted as a sign of obfuscation." Thorne's jaw tightened, a muscle twitching in his cheek. He could feel Krell's gaze on him, a silent question hanging in the air. "Acknowledged, Commander," Thorne replied, his voice deliberately even. He risked a glance at Vance, who was hunched over a diagnostics panel, his face a mask of strained professionalism. "Vance, initiate ramp deployment. Maintain full security protocols." "Aye, Commander," Vance responded, his fingers flying over the controls. The low hum of the ship intensified as the boarding ramp, a colossal metal arm, began to extend from the hull, revealing a ramp of gleaming alloy descending towards the verdant landscape of Kepler 186F. Krell felt another surge of adrenaline, a cold sweat prickling his skin. The visions were intensifying, impossible geometry twisting and shifting, shimmering connections between seemingly disparate points in space, and always that malevolent eye, watching, observing, judging. Don't trust him, he's part of it, the game that's bigger than you know. The eye sees everything. Elias's fragmented warning echoed in his mind, laced with a desperate urgency that sent a fresh wave of dread crashing through him. "Commander," Vance said, his voice hesitant, "I'm picking up some anomalous energy signatures emanating from Cargo Bay 3. They're fluctuating wildly." Thorne's hand tightened on the armrest of his command chair. He didn't like the sound of that. "Explain," he ordered, his voice clipped. "The signatures are consistent with residual energy discharge from the diagnostic console," Vance reported, frowning at his display. "But the level's excessive, and there's a subtle harmonic resonance I can't identify." Thorne knew he couldn't reveal what he knew, but the residual energy wasn't from a diagnostic console malfunction. The overload was a consequence of Elias's psychic outburst, a brief window into something vast and terrifying. "Seal off Cargo Bay 3, Thorne commanded. Full lockdown. No personnel access. Maintain constant monitoring." "Sir?" Vance questioned, his professional composure cracking slightly. "With the inspection team about to board, security protocols supersede all other considerations." "Vance," Thorne snapped, silencing the question. "Is that understood?" "Aye, Commander," Vance mumbled, reluctantly initiating the lockdown sequence. The heavy blast doors of Cargo Bay 3 thrummed shut, isolating the source of the anomaly. As the first Kepler Command officers stepped onto the boarding ramp, their armored forms silhouetted against the lush alien foliage, Thorne felt a profound sense of foreboding. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was walking into a carefully constructed trap, a stage set for a performance he didn't understand. He glanced at Krell, who was staring intently at the approaching inspection team, his face pale and drawn. Thorne felt compelled to speak. "Krell," he murmured, lowering his voice, "be vigilant. Trust no one. Remember what Elias said." Krell nodded, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and determination. He knew Thorne was telling him something vital, a warning about a danger that extended far beyond the confines of their ship. Commander Ryler, flanked by two heavily armed guards, approached the bridge's viewport. Her gaze was piercing, her expression unreadable. "Commander Thorne," she stated, her voice devoid of warmth, "I trust you're prepared to cooperate fully with this inspection. Any attempt to hinder our progress will be met with appropriate measures." Thorne forced a smile, attempting to project an image of calm and confidence. "Of course, Commander. We're fully compliant." But inside, a cold knot of dread tightened in his stomach. He knew that the inspection wasn't about safety protocols or cargo manifests. It was about something far more sinister, a game being played on a scale he couldn't comprehend, and he suspected that Elias, in his fractured mental state, had inadvertently revealed a glimpse of the stakes involved. A malevolent eye was watching, waiting, and Thorne knew that their time was running out. He felt the heavy weight of responsibility, the terrifying realization that the fate of the Stardust, and perhaps much more, rested on his shoulders. He braced himself for the inevitable confrontation, the chilling prospect of revealing a truth that could shatter the very foundations of their reality.